You thought Lewis Hamilton's struggles at Ferrari were proof that he'd lost his edge, that moving from Mercedes to Maranello might have been a mistake. But what if I told you one of the men who knows him best, Mercedes boss Toto Wolff, says these struggles are actually a signature of greatness? And not just because of his driving, but because of the way he reacts when the pressure is crushing him. Here's the twist. According to Wolff, Hamilton's decision to take the blame for poor performances, rather than point fingers at the team, is something only the greats do. In Wolff's words, when they haven't performed well, they don't blame the team. They look within themselves. And in Formula One, that self-accountability is rare, because it's easier to say the car wasn't right than to admit I wasn't good enough. For Wolff, Hamilton's humility in defeat is a sign he's still one of the sport's true elite. Let's set the scene. A season of high expectations and harder realities. Lewis Hamilton, 7-time world champion, 103 race wins, hundreds of podiums, leaves Mercedes after 12 years. A shock move to Ferrari, the most iconic team in motorsport history. The hype was massive. The belief that Lewis would write the final chapter of his career with an 8th title in red. But the reality, just one win in the Chinese sprint race, later wiped away by disqualification. Consistent points finishes, yes, but no Grand Prix victories. Out-qualified and outscored by Charles Leclerc, trailing him by 42 points in the standings. And the emotional low of Hungary, where he called himself useless and even suggested Ferrari might be better with another driver. Yet Wolff sees something else in that moment. Not weakness, not surrender, but a willingness to own the failure instead of hiding behind excuses. Why does this matter for the championship? Because the way a driver handles the lows determines how they fight in the highs. Hamilton's self-criticism might look brutal on the surface, but it means he's searching for solutions inside himself, not waiting for miracles from the factory. That mindset is critical, especially in a season where major car upgrades are off the table. With the 2026 regulations looming, Ferrari is already focusing resources on next year's machine. So right now, Hamilton's role is shifting from just driver to architect. His feedback, his leadership, his ability to guide development could be what gives him the competitive car he needs when the new era begins. But here's the problem. Every time Hamilton shoulders the blame, he protects Ferrari's image. But he also chips away at his own in the public eye. Fans who only see the quotes might think he's broken, lacking confidence. Critics call it self-pity. And with every headline about useless, the pressure to deliver a big result only grows. So the conflict is clear. How do you be the leader who takes responsibility without becoming the scapegoat? For Hamilton, this is bigger than points. It's about how his story will be told decades from now. Think about it. If he wins a championship with Ferrari, after years of dominance with Mercedes, he joins an exclusive club of drivers who conquered in different colors. Names like Fangio, Lauda, and Schumacher. And if he does it while mentoring the next generation, like Mercedes rookie Kimi Antonelli, he becomes more than just a champion. He becomes a builder of champions. Even now, Wolff says, "My friendship with Lewis remains unchanged. He was a pillar of our team and will always be part of the Mercedes family." That kind of legacy isn't just about stats. It's about influence, respect, and the example you leave behind. But let's be honest, there's no guarantee. If Ferrari can't give him a stable, predictable car in 2026, even the best mindset won't be enough. If Leclerc keeps the upper hand in qualifying and results, the team's political balance will tilt, and Lewis could find himself fighting uphill inside his own garage. Wolff believes he'll bounce back, but belief doesn't score points. And in Formula One, windows of opportunity close fast. So here's the question. Is Hamilton's brutal self-accountability the fuel that will power his Ferrari comeback? Or is it the sign of a champion carrying too much of the weight alone?